A tide of unrest, examining France's shifting stance on immigration. France, a nation renowned for its ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, is grappling with a complex and contentious issue: immigration. Once a beacon of welcome, France is experiencing a growing wave of opposition to immigration, fueled by concerns over security, identity, and social cohesion. The French public is increasingly expressing concerns about the pace and scale of immigration. Many citizens believe that the influx of newcomers is overwhelming the country's ability to integrate them effectively. This has led to tensions between longtime residents and recent arrivals, particularly in areas with high concentrations of immigrants. The French government, caught between its humanitarian traditions and the anxieties of its citizens, is facing mounting pressure to address these concerns. The debate over immigration is often framed in terms of Frenchness and what it means to be French in the 21st century. The price of discord: economic impacts of civil unrest. The persistent unrest stemming from immigration concerns has had tangible economic consequences for France. Repeated protests and demonstrations have disrupted businesses, hampered tourism, and strained public resources. The costs of policing protests, repairing damaged infrastructure, and providing emergency services add a significant financial burden to an already strained economy. Beyond the immediate costs, civil unrest can have long-term economic repercussions. Businesses may be hesitant to invest in areas perceived as unstable, leading to job losses and economic stagnation. Tourism, a vital sector of the French economy, suffers when potential visitors are deterred by images of unrest and social discord. Furthermore, the perception of instability can deter foreign investment, further hindering economic growth. Addressing the economic fallout of civil unrest requires a multi-pronged approach, including investing in law enforcement and addressing underlying social grievances. A nation divided. The rise of the national rally and anti-immigration sentiment. The growing unease surrounding immigration has had a profound impact on French politics, most notably in the ascendance of the National Rally, formerly the National Front. This right-wing populist party, known for its nationalist and anti-immigration stance, has gained significant traction in recent years. The National Rally's rise reflects a broader trend across Europe, where populist parties have gained ground by tapping into a sense of disenfranchisement among segments of the population. The party's platform, once considered fringe, has gradually moved into the mainstream, influencing the national conversation on immigration and integration. Traditional center-right and center-left parties have found themselves grappling with how to respond to the National Rally's rise, often adopting stricter stances on immigration. The National Rally's success has also exposed deep divisions within French society, particularly between urban and rural areas. Addressing these underlying tensions is crucial for fostering a more cohesive and inclusive society. The shadow of doubt. Exploring the link between immigration and crime. One of the most contentious aspects of the immigration debate in France revolves around the perceived link between immigration and crime. Opponents of immigration often point to crime statistics and anecdotal evidence to argue that immigrants are disproportionately involved in criminal activity. This assertion, however, is highly contested and requires careful examination. Crime rates are influenced by a multitude of factors, including poverty, unemployment, social exclusion, and access to education and opportunity. Attributing crime solely to immigration status overlooks these complex socio-economic factors. Media reports often focus on sensationalized cases involving immigrant perpetrators, which can create a distorted view of reality and reinforce negative stereotypes. This selective reporting can contribute to a climate of fear and suspicion towards immigrants, even when statistical evidence suggests otherwise. Examining the evidence connecting immigration to crime. Data on immigration and crime in France reveals a complex picture. Some studies suggest a correlation, while others indicate immigrants may be less likely to commit crimes. Conflicting findings highlight the difficulty in drawing definitive conclusions. Age and gender may be more significant factors than immigration status. Addressing crime requires understanding the complex interplay of factors. Section 6. The integration impasse. Challenges in assimilating newcomers. The issue of crime in France is inextricably linked to the broader challenge of integration. Integrating newcomers into French society, both culturally and economically, is crucial for fostering social cohesion and reducing the likelihood of marginalization and crime. However, France, like many European nations, has struggled to effectively integrate its immigrant populations. Language barriers, cultural differences, and discrimination can pose significant obstacles to integration. Without a strong command of the French language, immigrants may face difficulties finding employment, accessing education, and participating fully in French society. Cultural differences can also create misunderstandings and tensions between immigrants and native-born citizens. Promoting intercultural dialogue and understanding is essential for bridging these divides and fostering a more inclusive society. Section 7. A Generation Adrift, Understanding Higher Crime Rates Among Second-Generation Immigrants. Paradoxically, second-generation immigrants, those born in France to immigrant parents, often exhibit higher crime rates than their first-generation counterparts. This phenomenon, observed in several European countries, has puzzled policymakers and researchers alike. Second-generation immigrants often find themselves caught between two cultures, the culture of their parents' homeland and the culture of their birth country. This can lead to a sense of identity conflict and a feeling of not belonging fully to either culture. Furthermore, second-generation immigrants, while born in France, may still face discrimination and social exclusion due to their parents' origins or their perceived foreignness. The frustration stemming from discrimination, coupled with the lack of opportunities, can create a breeding ground for resentment and anger, making some second-generation immigrants more vulnerable to criminal activity. Addressing these underlying social and economic inequalities is essential for breaking this cycle and fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. Section 8. Concrete Concerns, Public Housing and the Concentration of Crime. Crime in France is complicated by poverty, social exclusion, and criminal activity in banlieue. These areas house many immigrant families and face poverty, unemployment, and high crime rates. Limited opportunities lead to crime, reinforcing negative stereotypes. Improving living conditions is essential for reducing crime. Investing in renovation, job creation, and community development is key. Section 9. Seeking Solutions, Addressing the Root Causes of Unrest and Crime. Addressing the complex challenges posed by immigration, integration, and crime in France requires a multifaceted approach that goes beyond simplistic solutions and addresses the root causes of these issues. This includes promoting genuine integration, fostering social cohesion, and creating a more equitable and inclusive society. Integration is not simply about assimilating into the dominant culture, but about creating a society where individuals from diverse backgrounds can retain their cultural identities, while also participating fully in French society. Investing in education and job training programs for immigrants is crucial for their economic integration and social mobility. Addressing the socio-economic inequalities that contribute to crime is essential for creating a more just and equitable society. Section 10. Charting a New Course, Potential Strategies for Immigration and Integration. Developing effective immigration and integration policies requires a balanced approach that considers both the needs of immigrants and the concerns of native-born citizens. This includes establishing clear and transparent immigration pathways, promoting responsible integration, and addressing the social and economic factors that contribute to crime and unrest. Establishing clear and transparent immigration pathways is crucial for managing immigration flows and ensuring that newcomers have a legal and orderly route to residency. Promoting responsible integration requires a two-way process where immigrants are supported in learning the French language, understanding French values, and integrating into French society. Addressing the social and economic factors that contribute to crime and unrest is essential for creating a more cohesive and equitable society. Section 11. A Shared Future Towards a More Cohesive and Secure France. The challenges posed by immigration, integration, and crime in France are complex and multifaceted, requiring a long-term, nuanced, and compassionate approach. However, by engaging in open and honest dialogue, addressing the root causes of these issues, and working together to create a more just and equitable society, France can forge a path towards a more cohesive and secure future for all its citizens. This requires a collective effort from all segments of society, including government officials, policymakers, community leaders, educators, and citizens. Building a more cohesive and secure France requires a commitment to the shared values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. It requires upholding the rights and dignity of all individuals, regardless of their origin or background. By embracing these principles, France can overcome the challenges it faces and create a brighter future for all its citizens.